Hi students, today's lesson will be reading with accuracy and decoding words with ough and augh spellings. We'll be using Fluency Passage 9.6, Saving Crops. What is accuracy? Accuracy means to recognize each word you read and to pronounce it correctly so that the text makes sense to you and to your listeners. Good readers work hard to improve their accuracy. They also monitor their reading and correct mistakes they make, such as mispronouncing words. When you correct yourself, this is called self-correction. If a part of the text does not make sense, you should pause, use context to confirm your word recognition, and then self-correct. Let's look at this small passage to the side. The first sentence says, farmers can't always count on good weather for growing their crops. Sometimes there is too much rain, or there is a... This word here is very complicated. It has a D-R-O-U-G-H-T. I might pronounce it ough, It's too many letters. It doesn't quite make sense. But I can look at the context of the sentence and I can think, well, the first part says there's too much rain, so the opposite of too much rain would be not enough rain. And I know that that's called a drought. So maybe that word is drought. Let me look at it again. Drought. Yeah, that works. So the word in that sentence must be drought. So let me go back and read the sentence using the correct word this time. Sometimes there is too much rain or there is a drought. Sometimes temperatures are scorching or freezing. So what can farmers do when the weather is extreme? If you find a word that you're unfamiliar with, go back, pause, use context to confirm your word recognition, and then self-correct the word. Most of this you're probably going to do in your head. I just did it out loud so that you could hear what I was thinking. Now let's read Fluency Passage 9.6, Saving Crops. Farmers can't always count on good weather for growing their crops. Sometimes there is too much rain, or there is a drought. Sometimes temperatures are scorching or freezing. So what can farmers do when the weather is extreme? One year, strawberry farmers in Florida were faced with very cold weather. Although there was no snow, temperatures were dipping into the 20s. To save their strawberry crops, farmers thought of a plan. They turned on sprinklers in their fields to spray the strawberry plants. In the frigid air, the water turned to ice, coating the strawberries with a protective layer. The icy treatment actually helped make the strawberries sweeter. Once the temperatures went up, the ice melted. The strawberry crops were saved by some resourceful thinking. Now, anytime the temperatures go below freezing, farmers have a proven solution to save strawberry crops from damage. Other crops, such as oranges and grapefruits, can be protected with water too. But the water is used in a different way. Some farmers use microjets in their fruit groves. These underground sprinklers spray water on the ground around the fruit trees. The warm water and the cold air interact to create fog. This increases the temperature in the groves enough to keep the fruit from freezing. In the case of the Florida strawberry farmers, nature brought tough weather conditions. But the farmers had the last laugh. They saved their strawberries with ice. How is my accuracy? Skip the video back and practice reading along with me. As I was reading, I noticed quite a few words spelled with O-U-G-H and A-U-G-H. These two spelling patterns, O-U-G-H and A-U-G-H, are very tricky to decode because they have different pronunciations. Just listen to a few of the words to the side here. Dough, bow, through, fought, caught, rough, laugh. These words all have different sounds, but mostly the same spelling. Dough has a O sound. Bow has a ow sound, but both of them are spelled O-U-G-H. Then we have the word through, which has a ough sound. Ough is also spelled O-U-G-H. Then fought has a augh sound, also spelled O-U-G-H. And the word rough has an uff sound, spelled O-U-G-H. Then you have the words caught and laugh. Caught, A-U-G-H, says augh, and laugh, A-U-G-H, says aff. Be very careful when pronouncing these words. There's no real rhyme or reason for why they are pronounced the way they are, but they all share very similar spellings. When we look at the passage Saving Crops again, on the first part, I saw two of the words using the O-U-G-H spelling pattern. The word drought and the word thought. Then in the second half, we saw three more examples. The word brought, tough, and laugh. Even though there aren't any more examples of O-U-G-H and A-U-G-H words in this text, can you think of words that you've seen in other texts that have these spellings? Now it's your turn to practice. At the bottom of the page, you'll find a copy of the passage. Practice reading it several times and then make a recording for your teacher. Have fun reading!